Hey YouTube, it's a sunny day. It's kind of cool, but it's warm enough to do epoxy. So today we're gonna hit those stringers. Stick with me. Welcome to my life. Wow, I was waiting for the temperature to come up this morning. I painted the tailgate of the dump truck. It needed it. It was pretty rusty. It don't look perfect, but it'll protect it from rust. How about that? All right. All right, so when I was in here last week, I was working on just checking things out in the front, trying to figure piping and stuff like that out. And I noticed in the front that that board does not sit all the way against that wall on this far corner. So I got to figure out, I need to shape that out a little bit or do whatever. We'll have to figure that out. This one I'll just get out of the way, which we'll use to push back in here once we get this stuff set. And then we're going to set that board, the far board, and this board. So it'll be that board, this board, and that board, or this board, that board, whatever. You got the idea. But the two end ones got to go in first. That one will smash in and push against these two. And then this one, of course, will just push against both of them. I won't set this one today. I'll set it in there, but I just won't set it today. I'll put it in there just to hold these boards firm against the ends. And yeah, and then we'll go from there. I think I'll let that dry for a day before I do anything else and go from there. But if we get that far, I'll be pretty happy. I mean, we've been trying to do this for a couple weeks now, so I'll be happy if we get that far. But first, I got to figure out that far board. What's holding it away from the wall? Because it is gapped out a little bit. It's probably just the stuff there at the very bottom. I don't know. I'll just have to pull it out and check it out, see what's going on. Thank you for all the suggestions out there for people that have sent them in. Some I get, some it's a different way. Some of you think that it's a better way, some whatever. The way I'm going to do this though is I'm going to use epoxy resin on the far sides. So I'll epoxy resin, fiberglass mat, epoxy resin, smash, and just like I did the transom. So that's what I plan to do here. If you don't like that, well, don't do it to your boat, please. Yeah. People are funny. All right, well, didn't get that over there figured. Let me get this out. Go ahead and pull this, that, and this, and then we'll figure that out. What's going on over there? Then we'll cut the fiberglass for all three, the fiberglass mat, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3. I hope to do it kind of in a row. That way I can just keep mixing the epoxy, and that way I'm not doing a lot of waste, hopefully, on it. So there you go. That's the plan. We'll see. Plans never really go the way for me, the way that they're supposed to. But all right, let's get some light down in here. Even though it's light enough, it's daylight out. So but we'll get some light down in here, just some extra light, and then we'll start cutting up fiberglass and getting going. All right. Does anybody else go to their garage to get something and then stand in there for 10 minutes trying to remember what you were going to get? Man, that's frustrating. All right, back to work. I really didn't want to run that in there, that sander in there, but I had to get that down. I don't want to run it because I didn't want to make a mess. But I got it flattened out, so it'll all fit in there now. I'll test fit it one more time just to make sure, and then we'll we'll get to fiberglassing, I guess. Well, I need to clean. I gotta acetone it all down. You know, I need to make a little board here too. There was one there. It goes and hooks to the little stringer right here. I probably should do that. Probably should make that. It only goes in there like, I don't know, not very far back. Kind of weird deal. I guess it's a splice between the stringers. Alright, that's frustrating. I made all that mess. Now I gotta vacuum it out, which I'm about to do. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a screw there. So it wasn't hitting that. I couldn't figure that out because I was like, there's nothing there to hit. It was hitting that screw. Daggone it. All that junky fiberglass is in the all place now. I got to get it vacuumed up and cleaned up, and I already had it cleaned up. Daggone. But so is the life of boat building. All right, let me get this vacuumed up, and then we'll go get the grinder blade and get that cut off, and test fit it again, which I'm sure is going to fit now, and get busy. All right. It's always something, isn't it? All right, let's get this done. All right. Let's go get rid of this. Ow. Little screw. All right, let's get rid of this little screw. That cost me a half hour cleaning or whatever it was. Goodbye, little screw. All right, very good. All right. Now, I'll test fit my panel, but I guarantee it'll fit. Guarantee. All right, let me get on this. Try it here and get that piece of wood back over there. In, out, in, out. It's good for me, I guess. Exercise, I'll call it. All right, she fits good now. I will have to have something to hold this side up when I get in there. For sure. I'm going to be fighting that cushion up here when I push it up, but I'll get her. I have to have a hammer ready to pop her in that way and pop her up that way. Then I'll have to have some kind of shims to get under here, but other than that, everything's fitting good now. So, all right. The last thing I want to work on before I do this, though, is this little piece here. It doesn't go far back. But there is a little piece that goes in here, and I guess it matches up to the stringer that's right there. So I want to, yeah, so I want to get that in. All right, let's figure that out. It ain't very big. It's just a little piece. I don't think it's that, well, it might be 3/4, I guess, because it's out that far. It's just a little strip that goes in there. But let me get that made. And we'll get in there. Hey, thanks for the flap sander idea about sanding the corners on those boards. I just did that. And I don't think I got much of it on camera, but it works well. That rounds the corners right down so you don't have to worry about sharp edges and stuff. So good idea. Whoever that was. All right. So she's 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches tall. Yeah. All right. So we'll get her cut up and get her in there. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna have to cut this out of here in the corner. I mean, if I do that, I'll be fine. So I'll just cut this shape right out of here, which is probably just this knob, and she'll probably fit perfect. So let me do that, because I didn't think of that before. It's always something, isn't it? It's gonna fit pretty nice though. That's good. I don't even know what, you know. I'm just gonna epoxy that in there, I think, just like that, and call it good. And I'll get this cut. I think it's time for some fiberglass cutting finally. That's good. One step closer. Yeah, you never. I always think that all I'm gonna do this morning is get up and glue 3 pieces of wood to the side of the boat. Yeah, it ain't like that. You boat builders, guys, you guys got You tell me I have patience. If you do this for a living, you have patience. I'm just doing it for a hobby. And I have all the time in the world. Oof. Yeah. All right, let's get some fiberglass cut. That's pretty exciting, actually. I'm thrilled to be to this point. I'd like to get these in there and then fiberglass those in on the other side. You know, I'll let that dry for a day. And then, man, if I can get that chamber on that side done and then get cutting on the other side, just to get all the trash out and know the trash is all out, would be a big win for me. And then we'll start the rest of the rebuild. But it's getting exciting, you know. And I know the fuel tank area will go fast because I'm not caught up inside that hole, you know. So I know good things are coming. We just got to keep working at it. So let me get busy. All right, so this is the back. Yes. Let's see what we got here. I think I got a few pieces just laying here. I'm not sure what's going on here. Actually, if that's the way it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I have going on here. I do know I'm going to cut it there. I think I'm going to invent some itch-free fiberglass. Bet you I could make a lot of money if I could figure it out. I don't think this is wide enough to do. Oh, it is wide enough to do that piece. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think I want this to be just a little longer. I'm going to have to flap it in there. A little different than I'm going to do the scissors. Scissors! Alright, let's see. Just leave it just a little longer than the board itself. No rest for the weary. You gotta get it done. Gotta get it done. Yeah, that pulled it in. That pulled it in. That's what it needed. Yes, it needed. I'm gonna do one right there. Yep. Yes, indeed. She ain't going nowhere now. Nope. Nowhere. I thought it would. There we go. Okay. That's squeezed. Whew. Got some. Good to go. Oh man. Hi YouTube, so I'm in my office and I'm editing this video and I wanted to throw in one of our viewers, a long-time viewers, Boat, Tim Newcomb. He's in Australia. Got a lot of Australians on here, a lot of English on here. There's a lot of people from all over the country, but those two countries are pretty heavy for this channel. So anyway, I'm going to throw a little slideshow on here. Tim has a forum if you want to go read a lot, a blog basically. If you want to go read a lot, I'll try to find the link and throw it in the description. But here's a little slideshow of the progress of his first boat. He's done a couple, but I'll throw that in here now. good. Sticking good. Yeah, screws. Come on, where's my screws? Someone put a screw in it. Screw in. Ah. Made a hole for no reason. Dang it. I don't know if you can see or not there, buddy. Yeah. YouTube turned out to be pretty good there, I think. We got our, what I thought we'd get done. You know, there's a couple things I could have done better for sure. There's a couple things that are going to be controversial. I put a couple screws in, and I also used contractor glue for the boards coming into this board. I read some stuff on it. One guy said he did it. I don't know. I thought it'd be cool, so I tried that. We'll see how it comes out. You know, you may not want to do that in your boat, and that's fine. But I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I definitely loved the way everything fit. Everything fit really tight, the way it was supposed to fit, you know. And I probably made a mistake coating the front of these boards, because I coated them with the rest of the epoxy resin that was left, thinking, well, might as well use it up. Except for I was planning on using polyester resin, and now I may have to use epoxy for the rest of the deal, and that's kind of expensive for no reason, other than I want to not waste that. But I still have a couple spots, of course, where the clamps are, and a couple on the top here, whatever. But I'll get those when I go to fiberglass the rest of it in. I got some dolphinite that I'm going to use to fill bedding. Basically, I'm going to fill underneath around there. I'm going to do that instead of thickened resin, because it takes the impact. It kind of scrunches with an impact, and then it protects the hole from any kind of spider webbing. So lots of suggestions on there for different ways to do it. I like the bedding suggestion, so thank you to that person. Flap sander worked awesome. Took all the rough edges off. Thank you for saying that. I should have thought of that. I mean, I think I did think of that, but I was like, But then after it was said, I was like, let me try it. So I did, and I liked the results of that. That came out very nice. So we still got a ways to go. You know, I'll do the corner pieces. I'll do the bedding next. I'll do the corner pieces, and then we'll get those 3 panels fiberglassed in the backside. I'll get this board in and epoxied, and then after we do that, I'll probably fill that with flotation foam just because I want to see how that's going to work out. I have the stuff sitting in the garage. Can't wait to use it. And then once that's done, we'll come back to this side, chop all this out, and then basically rebuild it back just like we just did. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We still got a long way to go, but today's progress is awesome because it's like we're moving forward, right? We're not ripping out. We're actually building the boat back. So it's kind of cool. I got to let this dry. I'll probably let it dry for a day, maybe 2, before I start doing the fiberglass and the rest of it in. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it came out great. Hey, so it's been a couple days, and I just wanted to throw this on here. I haven't got back to the boat. I figured you might want to see why. I've been out here working my dirty tractor. I don't usually keep it outside, but I left it outside last night. But been working on this wall down here. We had a rock pile, which you guys know, you've seen before if you've been watching. But I'm trying to take that rock pile and just kind of make these rocks nice and neat and straighten them up. There's actually a rock ridge here, so I'm kind of stacking on that and then putting dirt behind it, just to be a natural rock ridge as opposed to a bunch of piles of rocks, you know. Most of these rocks I think were bulldozed when they did the foundation of my house. But just building a little rock wall there and try to make it look a little nicer. Making it also so I can mow around it. Right now, I mean, I have to weed eat just about that whole thing, and 2 back surgeries is just kicking my butt. So yeah, I started to straighten these out. You know, you got the rocks you got, they're not perfect fit, and then I'm just putting dirt up behind it just to kind of hold the hill. But it's coming along. I mean, once this is washed off, you know, rains a couple times, you'll see the rocks all through here. Some of them have been like that one down here. That one was just there, right? The other ones I've kind of pulled forward. These are pretty good sized rocks. I don't know if you can see how big that is, but man, these are pretty massive rocks here. But the machine, I can kind of pull them around with the machine. I can't pick them up that big, but I can pull them around. So it's been working hard. But I got all this to do. I mean, it's just piles of rock. So you kind of got to get in there, figure out what you can use as fronts and what you can use as tops and whatever. So that's kind of what we've been working on this weekend. I think it's coming out all right. I mean, they're obviously not perfect, but you don't get perfect rocks. So there you go. I also started throwing down a driveway here. I actually had some gravel here underneath. It just kind of had sunk in. So I dumped in some fresh gravel. I need to continue it all the way down. I need to actually level the rest of this down and then bring another load in, but you know, I hadn't got to it yet. Lots of things going on. But I definitely need to work on my dock. My dock is in bad shape. I mean, I need to get rid of this. I'll probably do some rock down here. The problem is, with this lake, it goes up and down, and so this floods right here, and it probably would wash my rock away or just cover it in mud. So I haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do that. Maybe some railroad ties, or I don't know yet. Something to go across here and then backfill with gravel and kind of make a step or something. I'm not sure. But the water definitely goes up and down a lot. So, but the board came off the side when it landed and kind of got ripped off during the last flood. And I need to redo this ramp. This ramp was just a piece of aluminum, but I definitely need to redo it. Somebody had bent it and kind of screwed it up. And of course, I got to get buckets off the end because that makes me look like I live in Kentucky. But yeah, I definitely need to get this thing fixed and going on. But hey, you know, projects galore. They never stop. But, yep, lake's nice today. Well, all right, YouTube, I guess that's going to be about it for this week, unfortunately. I wanted to get more done than this, but the week is coming to an end and I need to get a video out. So I guess that's going to be it. I'll try to get back to that bedding underneath there and get this thing finished out. Hey, one more thing. My buddy Jameson, who was building that other boat, he put up a YouTube channel. I don't know how regular he'll be or anything like that, but I'll put a link into that in the description as well. Hey, you guys have a good week. See you next week. Hey YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe.